In this video, we're going to take a look at Schoology. Schoology is a free resource to teachers that allows them to manage all aspects of their classes online. This includes students, attendance, grades, assignments, quizzes, tests, achievements, and announcements. I'm going to start off by logging into Schoology so we can take a look at the features. On this initial screen, we can see that there are a lot of options, but I'm only going to focus on the options that I find most helpful. In the center, we see a news feed of all the latest activity going on in all of your classes and groups you've joined. In the top menu, we can see all of the courses we're teaching, groups we've joined, and teaching resources available. In the top right portion of the screen, we can see all of our notifications from all of our classes. We can also see if anyone has sent us a private message. Let's take a look at the heart of Schoology's features by viewing a class. Here we have a class I taught for a short period last semester. Upon loading the initial page of the class, we can see that the news feed is similar to what you'd see on Facebook. I use this feature to summarize what we did in each class. On the left side, you can see all the classroom features and something interesting called an access code. When students sign up for Schoology, they need this access code in order to join your class. Perhaps the most important classroom feature is the materials page. So let's explore this page next. Click on the Add Materials button to see all the items you can add. I typically find myself only adding folders, assignments, test or quiz, and an external link or file. Let's take a look at a couple examples. Click Add a new assignment, give it a name, and put the instructions in the description field. If you'd like, you can give it a due date and assign it to a grading rubric. Finally, click the Create button. Once the assignment is created, you'll be able to view the page where students can submit their work and comment. There are some nice sorting options for the teacher regarding the submitted assignments. Clicking on the statistics icon will give the teacher an idea of how the class performed with this particular assignment. Let's go back to the materials page to take a look at an existing quiz. Click on Chapter 1 quiz. Here, we can see the results of all the students that took the quiz. Let's click the statistics icon again now that we have some results. Looks like we have some helpful information here. Perhaps the students need some more help before we move on to Chapter 2. Notice that you can allow students to take the quiz multiple times. You can dive deeper to view the students' answers for each question. Here, you can even comment and edit the amount of points for each question. Let's take a look at the quiz settings. I typically adjust availability so that the quiz is only available during the class period. I'll also give a generous time limit on most quizzes. Randomizing order option ensures your students are answering the questions in a different order. This helps deter them from peeking over at each other's screens. And if you're randomizing the order, then you also need to set one question per page so students can't see previous answers on the screens next to them. And with this same anti-cheating approach, I also do not allow for question reviews. This prevents some students from allowing other students to see their answers while they review past questions. I do allow the quizzes to be resumable. If the computer or website have a glitch, then the student will have any issues picking up where they left off at. I do not allow them to view submissions until all quizzes have been graded. Let's click on the Questions tab to take a look at how easy it can be to create a quiz from the question bank. You have the option to select specific questions or a number of random questions from a pre-built question bank in your resources. I'll show you how to create a question bank later. For now, I'm just going to navigate where the questions for this chapter are saved. This question bank is actually a collaborative effort from all of the grade 9 ICT teachers. It really helps save time to have everyone working together like this. Now that we found the question bank, all we have to do is select it, define how many questions we want to add, and how many points these questions will be worth. It's also very helpful to be able to import resources directly into your materials page. It's even more powerful to be able to then take those resources and place them into the materials pages of all of your classes. You can do this by clicking the gear icon, clicking Copy to Course, and selecting the classes you'd like to copy to. Let's check out the features in Gradebook. We're going to start out by going to Grade Setup, and we're going to add a couple categories, such as assignments, quizzes, and tests. Also, I'm going to add grading periods, Semester 1 and Semester 2. Now let's check out the gradebook to see what options are available to us there. You can see it's a pretty standard layout, similar to any gradebook you've worked with. However, there are some nice sorting features under each of these headers. And of course, some easy options to export and share grading reports. And you're able to add grades achieved outside of Schoology. One of the cool features a part of Schoology are badges. There are some standard badges that come preloaded, but you can customize the types of badges along with the icons that represent the badge. Of course, some grade levels may be more excited about badges than others, but for the less enthused, you can add other incentives that come along with the badges earned. This could include students earning the right to redo a quiz or a test, or being allowed to pick their partners during group projects, or maybe even earn the right to have snacks in class. Badges could even be counted as extra credit. Taking a look at the attendance screen, we can see that it's fairly straightforward as well. By default, every student is marked as present, so you can simply mark the students that are absent or late. You can also add a comment to the entries. Finally, you can view the students' attendance records by clicking the chart icon next to their name. Under the Members page, you can see all the students in the class. Students often forget their password, so I find myself coming to this page to allow them to change their password or even see what email they use to sign up. Finally, let's take a look at an example of what the statistics page looks like. Keep in mind that this is an old class of mine, and I only taught for a short period before my schedule changed, so the information is sparse. These statistics allow a teacher to view the performance of each student and the entire class at a glance. Schoology also allows you to create groups with your colleagues or join public groups. Having a group with my fellow computer teachers is invaluable. It's a central location for all of us to share teaching resources and discuss the curriculum across many campuses. I often find myself posting status updates and using the group resources page the most. You can add the same items here in the resources as you can in your course. As mentioned earlier, my colleagues and I often use the question bank feature, which allows us to create a common repository of questions related to curriculum we're teaching. It's easy to import these questions to our classes. One of the most beneficial aspects of group resources is the fact that we can use these resources for future classes. Public groups offer similar benefits as internal groups.